Danny Flexen here with Eddie Hearn. Eddie, we're here in the Cunard building in Liverpool for the final press conference for Callum Smith. Oh, you've done me already, I can't believe it. Probably is Cunard. All right, we're at the Cunard building. We're at the Cunard building. I'm going to get killed for that, yeah. We're at the Cunard building here in Liverpool. Final press conference, Callum Smith against John Ryder. A lot of talk surrounding this fight has been about Callum Smith's future and possible opponents he could get in 2020. As the promoter, is that a little bit disappointing for you because you're trying to sell this fight?
I just think it's what happens in boxing nowadays if you're not in the mega fights. You know, we saw it so many times with Joshua. We saw it so many times now with Wilder, Ortiz. I mean, I'm starting looking at Wilder, Ortiz this Saturday going, I fancy Ortiz, you know, because this is what happened. And this is a good thing for John Ryder because everybody's talking about Anfield. Everyone's talking about Smith Saunders, Smith Canelo, and not as many people talking about his mandatory challenger, which is John Ryder, who is coming on a great run, who is really confident and really fancies it. So it's just boxing, you know. Of course, the fans want the biggest fights in the division every single time. This is a really good fight, and more importantly, it's a domestic fight for the World Super Middleweight Championship, and that's quite rare.
So having bemoaned the fact that everyone's talking about Callum Smith's future, I'm going to talk about Callum Smith's future. Who is the more likely mega fight for him? Saunders, Canelo, Triple G?
Saunders is the one that can be made instantly. You know, there's no excuse really not to make that fight other than the finer details, getting the deals right, which Billy's is done because obviously he's got a new contract with us and that fight's included within that agreement. So
that specific fight?
Yeah, as are 5 or 6 fights in terms of the money. And you've got Canelo, you've got Triple G, you've got Demetrius Andrade, you've got the Chavez-Jacobs winner, you've got Bivol, you know, who could come down to 68 as well. So I think Callum's in a good position. It's just when it comes. You know, I think all these guys right now, speaking to them, Billy, Demetrius, Callum, Danny, they're entering that really career-defining moments of their career where you start talking about legacy and sort of being in the mega fights, and they're all up for it, which is a great thing. You know, it's not a case of, you know, I know Billy had his run out, which nearly went wrong in LA until he pulled it out of the bag, but they're not saying, oh, give me a little run out in February, March. They're going, give me the biggest fight you can in the spring. And that's refreshing, but also great news. Everybody wants to fight Triple G and Canelo. That's everybody's targets. But if you can't get them, then you have to end up fighting someone else in that mix. So I think you're going to see a lot of those guys coming together in the spring, summer and fighting each other. And certainly Saunders against Callum is a domestic unification fight, which should be quite straightforward to make.